Hello everybody! Welcome to this season of Crossroads and Conversations, starring this old person who was in the last season and the new person who's for sure gonna be the fan favorite. I'm your host, Suhaan Kale. This is the other host.
This is Geeti. You know me, right?
And we'll have some fun episodes for you guys this season. I'm excited for this. Are you?
Very excited.
I'm pumped. So,
a little scared too. Who knows what you're gonna say on camera? But we'll see.
oh, you just wait for it.
Okay.
Also, this mic is fake. I just have it for fun.
Okay.
Anyway, so I thought today, how about we go over, since at the time of recording this, my birthday is a week away and Diwali is also soon.
Yeah.
So why don't we get into some traditions and holidays into today's episode?
Well, that's a good way to start the season, you know?
Uh-huh.
All the good feelings and happiness and cheer around. So yeah, sure. That sounds amazing.
So, in, what is it, like 9 days, I will turn 15 years old.
Yay.
Diwali, our favorite holiday, and I'm sure everyone's favorite holiday in India.
It's a day before your birthday this year.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We got the back-to-back.
Yeah.
But Diwali's always been such a special holiday. I think not just for us. It's just I feel like it brings unity to India nationwide. It's just a day we all agree on. Man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Mama. So tell us, how was it back in India when you celebrated Diwali? Because I'm sure like it was a massive, huge festival deal thing.
It was. Some of the things that I really looked forward to were the fireworks.
Obviously, that's like staple.
My dad would be like, that's like burning money. Here, take $100 rupees and just burn it, because that's what firecrackers were. And I'm like, I am burning it, but in the form of firecrackers. And I would like create such a hue and cry about it that eventually he would take me. And it would be a massive market of just, firecracker vendors. And you buy whatever you want. And the other thing was buying new clothes, because you're supposed to be dressed in new clothes on Diwali night, because you're supposed to be clean, almost new-like, to offer your prayers to Goddess Lakshmi and Ganeshji. Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. Ganeshji is somebody whom you pray before you start anything auspicious for blessings. And so many earthen pots, like small diyas. And a lot of people had at that point moved to buying twinkle lights, the electric ones. But I and my sister loved looking at our house twinkling with earthen small diyas, like in rows on the 3 levels of our house. And our house looked so beautiful. That memory will never go away from my mind. How my house looked on the night of Diwali. I would give anything to go back and see that house again like that.
Wow.
All lit up, so beautiful. Good food. How could you forget so much Diwali specific snack that were made at home? The house smelled different. You knew it's Diwali. There's things being made in the kitchen.
That's awesome. I would love to go maybe once in my life and see.
You should.
One like authentic
Diwali.
Diwali, yeah.
You should.
Okay, so like that's a lot of stuff. That's like a crazy amount of stuff to do. So like, what were the things that you brought over to here to US that we do like in our house?
I mean, you can tell, right? I mean, I came as a student, so in the beginning it was just like whatever we could find to do. So candles instead of diyas, a small puja, because you don't get days off here. But I think once you guys were born, I really wanted to continue some of the traditions about keeping the spirit of Diwali alive. So one of the things that we do is rangoli. Remember, in India, it's freehand designs that are made with like colorful powders in the front of your house. But here you guys were very little, so we got stencils, so you can easily make those designs. And you both still do that.
Wait, they don't use stencils in India?
No, it's freehand. It's beautifully done freehand. Like how Mehndi is done. Like
no, there's no way. There's no way. That's so hard.
I'll show you pictures. Like
how do you do it without a...
People make rangolis as big as the size of this room. Like there will be 50 people together coordinating, collaborating on a massive design.
Okay, for you guys, Mehndi or henna is like, if you know what a henna is, it's a pen basically, so you can draw it. This is literally you just throwing sand all over the place.
Yeah, you just have to
That's like,
flick it up like and do
that's
it.
crazy. I didn't know they did that.
I always make rangoli on the night of Diwali. Before Diwali, we also put a lot of, so we put our Christmas lights right before Diwali actually instead of waiting till Christmas, because Diwali typically is in November, which is not really far from Christmas or Thanksgiving. So we do that, right? The house looks nice. We put diyas out after puja. We do puja as a family. We do henna around Diwali time. You guys used to do it too, so we do that.
Why don't you show yours? You're wearing it right now.
Mine is just like very simple. We would have henna designers who would come and actually do henna on your hand on Diwali time, and we would flaunt it the next day at school.
I used to get lots of henna, and then as I grew up, I think my patience got a lot less.
Yeah.
So I didn't really want to sit there for like 2 hours, get the really nice design, and then wait another 2 hours for it to dry. So like I think I get more simple ones now, like the one you have right now.
Yeah. So those are the things that I continued doing over here. One thing that I wish I had continued was, I did not even know it for a long time. So the next day of Diwali in the morning, I would wake up and I would have kohl, or eyeliner, if you might call it that, under my eyes, like dark black thing under my eyes. And I would always wake up and look at myself in the mirror and I would wonder, how does that happen every single Diwali night, once a year only? Once I grew up, I realized that that's a tradition, that on Diwali night, my mom would burn an almond in clarified butter or ghee and, cover it with another earthen pot. And the dark smear that would form, it's very medicinal. And she would, when we would be asleep, put it under our eyes.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of creepy.
No, it's actually really nice. And
like I would not want. I would think I got like cursed by a demon overnight.
Oh my God, you're so dramatic.
I would just wake up with dark circle. Like
yeah, but
crazy.
I don't know. It's a really nice memory because for years I did not know how. I just thought it was Diwali magic or something, but I found out later. So yeah.
I think for me, always every Diwali, my favorite thing has always been fireworks.
Yeah.
I think every year, our family, her sister hosts a Diwali party at her house.
Yes.
So for like an hour and a half straight, everybody can just run around and play with fireworks the whole time. And it's just fun. Like it's just, the whole thing is just such a fun time to do. That's by far my favorite part of it.
Yeah, so we've tried to create that same feeling of family, friends, and community over here, right? So all the friends get together at my sister's. And that's like the yearly Diwali bash we all wait for.
Oh, and you never know what's in that box. It's the most random stuff, but it's so fun. Like one year there's Beyblades, the other year it's like giant walls of fire. Like it's awesome. All right, moving off Diwali, I think now. I think we should go into birthdays.
I'm just gonna hold that mic through the entire episode for no reason.
Yes.
Okay, just kind of adjusting my expectations. All right. You're so funny. Okay.
I think everyone likes their birthday. Unless some sort of traumatic event happened on your birthday, I think everyone mutually. And I know that many families have very different traditions.
Okay.
So our personal tradition is, no matter if it's a weekend or it's not, you do not set an alarm, because you will wake up to the rest of them. They'll sing happy birthday and they'll give you like the presents.
Yeah.
And now that we've started, like, this is something we started, like, when me and my brother turned, like, 11 or 12, we get donuts for breakfast.
Yeah, that's true.
Once a year.
No, not 10 or 11. I think 7th birthday. Your brother said he wants donuts. And
yeah.
Oh my God, he was so happy that we kind of made it into a tradition that, okay, once a year, that's your breakfast.
Yeah, donuts are awesome. I love donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go and you do whatever is the rest of your day. And then at the end of the night, you go for dinner at your favorite restaurant. Me personally, 12 years in the running is Mi Rancho's.
I feel like you kind of try to make everything a tradition, though.
Like what?
Like if you like something, you are a repetitive kind of a person, aren't you?
What is that? What do you mean?
Like you keep doing. For instance, you got the McQueen cake for almost first 8 years of your life.
That was like 7 years ago, though.
But still, until it kind of started to feel childish to you.
Also, in 6th grade, I asked for a Ninjago, not 6th grade. When I was 6 years old, I asked for a Ninjago cake, and stupid HEB gave me a Ninja Turtles cake. I will never forget that
didn't
betrayal,
have that.
HEB.
Okay.
HEB, you betrayed me.
Okay.
I wanted a Ninjago cake.
They didn't know that. Like also, you love McQueen so much. So for the first, okay, McQueen shoes are sold at Target, and until he outgrew all the sizes, he only wore
I would wear light up McQueen shoes.
For instance, okay, I will tell you how the traditions. Do you remember the tradition we have for your first day of school?
Yes.
Which is?
The whiteboards.
Yeah, the whiteboards. But then one night, randomly, I was nostalgic. So I brought out their kindergarten journal book where, you know, the teachers give you a journal at the end of the year and it has all the stuff you have done throughout the year. And then a baby book, picture book, right? And I just brought it out randomly one evening before the school started. And we went over it and it was really nice and cute. Guess what? Since then, somebody made that a tradition and now we do it every year.
So you don't want to do it
year.
every year?
No, I'm not saying that. I love doing
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying that some of the things may have just started out as random, but then you guys loved it. And some of the traditions are actually made by you guys too, not just me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I know Elf on the Shelf, we got the elf for Christmas when did we, like 2015, right?
Yeah, so tell me what was the story behind Elf on the Shelf? Like, how did we get into that?
So I'm sure everyone watching knows the Elf on the Shelf. Like, you have it, and then every morning when you wake up, it's in a different location. So when we moved here, our schools and our classrooms would get their elves, and we're like, man, everyone everywhere just has an elf. I want an elf. So we were like praying to Santa and to God every single day, give us an elf. We want an elf. And so one miraculous day, I was practicing piano, and I left for like 2 minutes to get a glass of water or something, and I came back, and I looked, and I'm like, oh wow, there's an elf on our piano.
Yeah.
I'm like, Paya, there's an elf here. He's like, what? In his insanely high-pitched voice, which is gone now. And we go and we're like, Mama, there's an elf. And she's like, reindeer's not an elf, guys. Okay, for context, we wanted an elf so bad. We had taken like a reindeer stuffed animal we had.
Yeah, and
we pretended it was an elf. Like my brother Paya would move it around our house every single day someplace. And like, so my mom, she thought like, oh, they're just talking about the reindeer again. But no, it was our very own elf. And that's how we found Bowtie, our elf. And then a couple years later, we got Buttons too.
Yeah.
So now we have two.
So as a mom, when I used to drop them off at their kindergarten, I didn't even realize that there was an elf. Like, I have not grown up with this Elf on the Shelf thing, and it was completely unknown to me. And I have a tendency to not really pay attention to things that don't really concern me. So they would come home and talk nonstop about it. And then that was the time Pinterest was getting popular, and I started getting it on my feed, and I would be like, oh my God, these moms are working so hard for this makeshift thingy where they're moving the elf every day, and the elf is doing so much stuff, every day. That elf had a life of its own. And I would be like thinking in my head, I'm never gonna do that. That's not gonna be me. Well, guess what? Motherhood, if nothing else, is very humbling. You will do things you said you would never do when you become a mom. So,
I didn't think we were going to talk about that. Elves aren't real. I was trying to keep it very vague. Like, oh, they move around every day. And my mom didn't know. But like, I guess we're doing this. All right.
Every night, these two, because we kind of try to say thank you before we go to bed for everything we have. But instead, they would be like, God, are we not good kids? All the kids in our class have an elf. Why are you not sending us an elf? And I would be like, oh my God, these kids believe they're not good kids anymore because we don't have an elf on the shelf. So that's how I eventually gave into it and had an elf on the shelf. I still didn't do very crazy routines. My elf was like me.
Lazy.
No, not lazy, all right? Balanced, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times what you made it do was cool, but
Yeah.
it wasn't it was never like super over the top.
Yeah.
I think the most like the biggest thing you did probably was before my Paya's birthday one night.
Yeah.
You like made the poster and then you also put like strings and balloons outside
Yeah,
the door.
yeah,
How
yeah.
long did that take?
It took a while.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
there
like
were some the good ones. Like when I did this, I think for me the hard one was that I've done was ziplining them. They were ziplining in the kitchen. Do you remember that? How can you not remember that one?
I didn't even
That
say
took like
anything.
acrobatics. I had to get on a ladder and whatnot to get it done.
me think.
Ziplining, right?
Oh yeah, okay, I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of times she would like tie them to the wall and put our toy soldiers or ninjas around them.
Yeah, I would go to Pinterest, believe it or not, for inspiration.
Okay, we got to put a warning on this video. Like, don't let your kids watch this unless they know.
Yeah.
But I think Christmas overall is just a holiday full of special traditions. I know her
what are some
favorite.
other traditions?
I know your favorite is the Christmas tree.
Yes.
I don't think any of us would enjoy Christmas tree nearly as much if we didn't have the custom ornaments.
Yes.
So every year we have custom ornaments made for our family, and they're always just something cool that we did that year. And these have gone back like so far. Like there's ornaments for when I was born or from when Paya was born, and these are all obviously like very special. So that's what makes I think the Christmas tree fun, because there's so many ornaments that are custom made that we made in like school when we were little.
All the ornaments. So
They all have like something behind them. And I think I see a lot of Christmas trees that, I mean, they're just boring trees with like plain ornaments.
everyone probably does it their way, but
I just think it's like something that is always fun every year.
Yeah.
We make hot chocolate, we put on Christmas music, and then we just like put
and
up the
Santa
tree.
hats.
And Santa hats,
So we all have our own customized Santa hats too. And everything is done over the years, you know. One year we probably got a Santa hat for the two of them, just regular ones. Then eventually,
They're like a monogram now.
yeah, now they're monogrammed. Like, I think it's just started because I remember we were out somewhere in a small town in Florida when I was pregnant with my first child. And they had a Christmas store, and we just happened to walk in, and I realized that they can actually make a personalized ornament. I never had a Christmas tree before that.
Sad.
And I was like, okay, I would take one for my son who was about to be born. And since then, it just became a thing that, okay, next year he's learning to walk. So the ornament was about that. Then next year he was born, so it was about him. And now we just pick a highlight of everyone's life and make an ornament. And when we put the Christmas tree, it almost feels like going back down the memory lane. You know, every year we know what was the highlight of our year. All the little ornaments they made in their kindergarten and school and at home and projects, and it's like so heartwarming.
Yeah, Christmas is all about that. It's just heartwarming time with family. No, that's not true at all. It's all about getting those gifts. You know that. I mean, family and time, it's so important, but like, would you rather spend 5 minutes with your family or open a gift? Like, no contest.
Oh my gosh. We're losing the spirit of Christmas thanks to this
No. I'm
generation.
kidding. I love those Christmas traditions. They're just so fun to do.
Okay, so what are some of your favorite traditions? Probably growing up that didn't make sense, but now
Like
they
for
are more.
Christmas or for
No, in general. Are there any such
traditions that
or
didn't make
traditions?
I think garva chawt didn't make a lot of sense when I was little. Like, why would
Yeah.
you just stop eating for a whole? Fasting in general was a very weird concept to me. I don't
But
get.
that one is not about you, right?
It's not about me, but it's just a
things-
tradition I saw that I thought was different.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I never understood why. Okay, when I was a little boy, I was very hungry all the time. I wanted food because I was hungry. So the idea of just like not eating for a day, I was like, why would you ever want to do that? It just sounds so like not fun at all.
So I
But
think for context, to be honest, Suhaan.
I know it's a very old tradition.
No,
right?
no, I'm not even talking about Karwa Chauth. I'm telling you that Hinduism is really rooted in the science of fasting. like what you call intermittent fasting being all the rage right now, that's was very inbuilt in the Hinduism and spirituality. People fasted on certain days as routine, to be honest. So fasting actually comes very naturally to me. Some days I just kind of take that as a challenge to see if my sixth senses still listen to me, to be honest. There is smell of the food, but I'm not going to eat it. You know, I can control my hunger, I can control my thirst, and how much energy do I have after that? So there's obviously the significance that comes from the, mythology and whatnot. But there's also this kind of thought process behind it that it's good to do it.
I honestly don't think that traditions for holidays really go anywhere outside of birthdays and Christmas. In throughout the whole year, there's 3 major holidays.
Okay.
That's your birthday, Halloween, and Christmas. And that's also where most traditions are set in.
What about Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving also, it's not a super...
Thanksgiving is not bigger than Halloween in your opinion?
Oh, no. Halloween...
Only for kids, maybe.
Go outside any day on Halloween. Every house is covered in decorations. Every house is passing out candy. For Thanksgiving, not every house is cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes, they are. People are planning for Thanksgiving, planning travel. That is the most busiest day for travel because everyone is going somewhere.
I disagree. Well, yeah, because no one wants to celebrate.
All right, how about you guys decide, okay? Thanksgiving
Are you
is
team
bigger.
Suhaan or team Mama?
Yeah, is Thanksgiving a bigger holiday than Halloween? Halloween doesn't even get a day off. What do we do for Halloween? Do we have any traditions?
Halloween, not really. I mean, we decorate every year, I guess, and then we just go out and get candy. So now that we've gone over all the major holidays, I think I want to ask, what's your favorite?
It's a tie between Diwali and Christmas for me.
I was gonna say it's a tie between Christmas and my birthday, because I think I'm gonna say overall my birthday.
Okay.
I think your birthday is a day that's all about you, right?
Yeah.
Christmas, in my opinion, peaks very early in the day. I don't know. It stops kind of being super fun after 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because after opening your gifts, eating your breakfast, and seeing your family, there's okay, you're just existing that day. I think your birthday is a very special day. It marks you moving up a year in age.
Yeah.
You're getting an insane amount of presents from everybody you see.
Yeah.
Special thing,
Yeah.
Especially the gifts.
Yeah.
Especially them.
Okay.
But
okay.
What I hate about...
I didn't consider birthday in the list of holidays, so...
This is a real quick pet peeve of mine. Since my birthday is coming up recently, I had to experience this again. Throughout the whole year, you're always oh, I want this. That's so good. That would be so cool if I could have that. Your birthday, Christmas comes, zilch. Nothing to put on your list. You have to do a whole in-depth case study to find what you want to buy.
First world problems.
So since you didn't celebrate a lot of these things, what was the decision you made to bring these into our life? Because I know in India you're not celebrating Halloween or Christmas or anything like that. So
No.
What was it? How did you decide to do this with us?
So I think that I don't bring religion into happiness. That's just my philosophy, right? I try to keep what made sense. I don't read too much into, is it for my religion? Does it make me a Christian now? I take the spirit of things and make them my own. So, for instance, I love twinkle lights. We put them all around as much as we can with some garlands during Diwali. But then the garlands go down and the twinkle lights stay up. So obviously it was a no-brainer to add a Christmas tree. So we have a 7-feet Christmas tree and we add ornaments to it every year. And we just talked about how beautiful it is. And we love that, right? I also don't want you guys to feel left out, Everyone has a Christmas tree. They're talking about ornaments. It's such a small thing that we can do. And it brings so much happiness to you guys. So why not do that? Halloween, I think, is one of the things that I'm very passive about, honestly, because we tried carving pumpkins and it's in the beginning, it was so much excitement for carving pumpkins. 10 minutes later, Mama is carving all the pumpkin, getting out all the guns.
Okay, I can carve a pumpkin now. I carved a really good pumpkin.
Yeah, now you
last
can,
year.
but it's messy, not my favorite thing to do, to be honest. I used to love going to pumpkin patches when you guys were little. get a pumpkin and get those fall photographs, right? We used to do that when you were little, but now that you're grown up, we don't really do that. Your school is very busy too. But you love costumes and going out for
Oh,
trick or
yeah.
treating, so we do that.
So when these things started, I know obviously we weren't like at the age where like, hey mama, what is trick or treating like? So you just decided these things when we like just because it's such a I would assume it's such a norm around us.
Thing.
So,
like I was seeing my friends' kids doing it, and they looked cute coming to my house for trick or treating. So you kind of feel like, oh, when Suhaan will be Halloween age, I'm gonna put him wear a pumpkin, So
how did you decide? Like, just like, how is our reaction? Like, we're just being put in a pumpkin.
1-year-old doesn't care, but after 2 at school, you guys have, school in this country, school plays such a big role, right?
That's true.
At kindergarten, senior kindergarten, first grade, there are school parades for Halloween. Every kid is in a costume. After 1 or 2 years, cartoon characters, you knew exactly what you wanted to be. I think it was only the first year where I decided what you would be, and it was pumpkin because the costume came from your cousin and I already had it at home.
In 4th grade, I wanted to go as a dragon for Halloween. And so I don't know why, but only the kindergartners and preschoolers did the parade in elementary. So you would just sit outside of the hallway while all these little kids just walk down with the help of their teachers. And I had like this, the costume itself was very basic. I don't know why, but they put all the effort into this mask, which is really scary.
Yeah.
And so I wore it during the thing. And every kid who walked by me was like, ah! It was so funny. I would love to scare little kids again. That was funny.
Halloween now is almost very passive for me. Even for trick-or-treating, that you and your cousins go together. We don't have to take you anymore. Thanksgiving for me is when we get time off from work for almost a couple of days. The Black Friday shopping is insane, and it's just fun to go check it out.
Black Friday is fun.
Typically, we just use Thanksgiving vacation to like travel, meet up with friends and family. So we don't really have any specific traditions around them, right?
Yeah.
But if we're home, it's mostly family getting together for a nice dinner, spending time together.
Play some games.
Yeah. Birthdays are big. I love celebrating birthdays for everyone in the house. I love my birthday too. As I'm growing older, birthdays are becoming more and more about truly what I want to do as opposed to being busy. I take the day off on my birthday and really just enjoy. My mom and dad made me feel special on our birthdays, so I wanted to give you that. I realized, Suhaan, that when you look back at your childhood, you don't really remember all the mundane things. You don't remember, I used to come home from school every day. Okay, I mean, that's normal, right? But you remember certain things that make you feel something, and those are some of the traditions, like my mom cooking something specific for my birthday, or waking me up in a certain way, or how we did certain things for Diwali and how I waited for those things every year. And I wanted my kids to have that too. So we tweaked some, we created some new ones, and we kept some old ones, and that's how we handle traditions in our family now. What I would like to know, Suhaan, is are there any traditions, or most of the ones that we have, do you think you'll carry forward to your family when you have your own?
So I definitely want to keep Halloween, Christmas, and Diwali. They're all staples, holidays. I definitely would like to create traditions for my kids' birthdays or something like that. Something fun that we could do every year.
Yeah.
I like to cook a lot, so Thanksgiving dinner would be kind of fun to do once a year with everybody.
Yes.
Everyone would just have fun doing it.
Yeah. Are there any that don't make sense?
Oh.
And you want to retire them?
I think I wouldn't force my wife to do Karva Chauth or any of those like kind of holidays. I think Rakhi would be, I would keep that one. Rakhi I think is nice. But I think for most part I would keep most of our religious holidays because they're pretty fun.
Just to point out that no one forces me to do Karva Chauth either.
Yeah, no one forces you to do it, but
I just don't want
to
misunderstand that.
It's just if she wants to, then sure, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it with her for fun.
Yeah, see, it's all about having the choice. That's good to know, because that makes me feel that what we do is fun, memorable, and also not overbearing. That you do it by choice. So that's good to know as a mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, traditions I feel are really important. But we need to retire that stuff that doesn't make sense at all and adapt new things if they bring joy in our lives. and that's how we should all think about them, in my opinion.
And that's the perfect place to end off on today. So, why don't you all tell us how you celebrate these things? What are special things you do for your birthday and Christmas and all that other stuff? This has been the first episode of this season. I'm the awesome host, Suhaan.
And I am the OG host, Geeti. And we hope that we continue to have these fun conversations about our life, and you share yours a little bit with us too. And we keep meeting. So, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.